Hey, what's going on, guys? Slothy Games here. And gaming, God, I don't know how I messed that up. And in this video, first couple things I want to point out is Black Ops 3 free-for-all gameplay, if you couldn't already notice. And second of all, smash that in the sexy 1080p. And it's 1080p, unlike my trailer, which is at ugly 480p. And the third thing is, just I want to point out, the beginning of the gameplay is you probably won't think it's too great, but it gets better when the game proceeds. I end up going 30 and 10. It was the best gameplay I can get. Wasn't recording for that long. I was kind of in a rush for this video, so that's why it's just a 30 and 10. I probably, if I kept trying, could have gotten like a 30 and 5 or something. But this is the best I got so far. So let's start off the story. So this is like a story about what happened to me earlier this year, like with my teacher and like trouble at school. So pretty much we had a STEM class: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And our STEM teacher was just like, she was old. I don't even know how she even got married. She was the ugliest teacher ever. And I'm taller than her. I'm in the 6th grade and I am taller than my teacher. That's probably happened to some of you guys before, but like I'm in 6th grade and I'm like 5 inches taller than this teacher. So pretty much what happens was, like, we're using computers. So I went to my desk and I noticed that the keyboards were messed up. Like the keyboard was messed up and stuff. So what I decided to do is I decided to take off all the keys without I tried to take off all the keys and put them back. But and I'm trying to help here. Keep in mind, in this teacher, keep in mind I was trying to help, and keep in mind this teacher just hated kids. Like, I don't even know why the school even hired her, because she hates kids. Like, nobody liked this teacher. She didn't like anybody. There was like 2 people that she actually liked as students, and other than that, really, keep in mind, when I came into class, I saw that the keyboards were messed up. So I went and I pulled off all the keyboards to try and arrange them back into order. And so what happens is she catches me with these keys in my hand. Like, she catches me with the keys from the keyboard that were messed up. And so she catches me and says, "Jack, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Nothing," because I'm pretty sure I'm in trouble now. And she just like, "Yeah, you're doing something." And I'm just trying to help. Like, the keys were messed up and I'm taking them off to try and put them back. And she's like, "No, you're not. You're not trying to help. Stay after class right now." She's like, in her stern ass voice, she's like, "Stay after class right now. Sit down, stop talking, and stay after class." And this is the reason nobody liked her. Like, I was just trying to help. I wasn't trying to cause any harm, and she just has to scream at me. And so I finish off the rest of the class. Like, for the rest of this class period, I am just in the grumpiest mood. Like, because I already know that I'm gonna get in trouble after class. And so now, the bell rings about. This happened 15 minutes probably before the end of class. And pretty much so for the rest of the class, I was just the grumpiest person in the world. Like, words cannot explain how grumpy I was for this last 15 minutes of class. And so now comes after class, and right now, I am already pissed, and so is this teacher. And so she just tells me to sit down, and I sit down, and we start talking, and she's like, "What you did, Jack? You know what you did?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I was trying to help, and she's like, "No, you weren't. You were deliberately trying to destroy school property." And so at this point, I am just shocked, because I am a good kid in school. I am an amazing kid in school. I do nothing wrong. Every once in a while, I'll talk out and try to get a laugh of people. But other than that, I am a really good kid. And I don't this teacher just hated kids. So she thought that she just immediately assumes that I'm the one that pulled the keys off and was trying to mess him up. And so now what happens is So she tells me, Jack, you are deliberately destroying school properties, and that is against our high five goals, which are just the main rules for the school. And if you break, it's a detention. And so, like taking care of school property is one of them. So she says I am deliberately destroying school property, which is violating our high five goals. And so she says that is a detention, and she gives me the detention. She walks me down to our vice principal's office, Miss Steckety, and we have a talk about this. And I'm just not. I don't change my story. I almost get myself in more trouble by not changing the story because I am just complete. I'm just keep insisting that they were there like that. And so she gives me the detention, and like it's in the like I go to detention in the next few days. Like it's a couple days ahead, and so the first thing I do after that is call my mom and tell her about all this bull crap. And she says like she won't be mad at me, and then like she has a talks with like the school and stuff. And she hates my mom hates this teacher too. Like she knows like how grumpy she is and how much she hates kids. And so now like it just made me really mad and just hate this teacher even more. And so life lesson, if you ever see something wrong with like a keyboard in school or something, just don't mess with it. And that is my moral of the story. And as always, enjoy the video, drop a like, and just don't do what I did in school. I don't think I did anything wrong. Just don't.